Somehow I just about barely make it to class.
While fantasizing heavily.
It was a photo finish through the door, right as the bell rang, but I made it. Taking a oh hey, the rapture happened here too. Do they have a fucking HD TV in the corner?
Imagination. Well, that could be a standard def. It's a wall mount thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I think it's a plasma. Fucking rich-ass bourgeois school. Taking a moment to catch my breath, I dragged myself over to my desk, the teacher arriving almost seconds after I collapsed into the chair. Taking a moment to catch my breath, blah 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 blah. Too close! I got lost, sorry.
Pay attention.
None of the other students seemed too bothered by my late entrance, cause you're a fucking loser! Though at this point, maybe this is what they expect of me anyway. I have been pretty late at times, even missing the bell entirely some days. Mostly due to sleeping in. At least this time I had an actual reason for cutting it so close. I was fighting an imaginary shadow creature when two gigantically breasted angels came in and killed it for me. Obviously. However, after what happened earlier, I think it's going to be impossible for me to focus on the lesson. I'm beginning to wonder if I'll ever get an explanation for whatever the heck that was that just happened. Impossibly tall creatures. Girls wielding magic weapons. No matter how I look at it, my brain refuses to accept it as a reality. It goes against everything I know. I scrub through my hair, a faint headache still ringing at the back of my head. Being lucky enough to have a seat situated by the window, I let my gaze wander out, my eyes vacant as I stare into the clear blue sky. The teacher... The teacher is doing his usual morning speech, no doubt talking about the upcoming events for our school, but his words are just as dull mumble in my ears, my mind miles away. Those girls knew me by name. And no matter how far I delve back through my memories, it's clear I've never seen them in my life. At least, I don't think I've seen them before. I think hard. Maybe too hard, to the point my eyes begin to strain. Why do your eyes strain?
Why are you thinking with your eyes?
Yeah, what? Right? What the fuck is going on with this guy? Nope. Nothing. I can't recall a single thing that might shed light on this. Defeated for now, I tune back into the classroom, while still keeping my sights set on the sky, the teacher's voice becoming clear once more.
Now, I know it's a bit sudden, but as of
really?
Today... Yes.
Just your normal voice.
Normal teacher, normal voice. Fuck off.
I'm doing it. You unplugged your headphones. Good job.
You can't be everything.
Jesus.
Seriously.
Do a British voice then. Actually, no. Hang on.
It's a one-off character. I don't want to use all the special voices.
Okay. Let me try something. I need some water for this. Now, I know it's a bit sudden, but as of today, we have 2 transfer students that will be joining our class. Was that a good Morgan Freeman? Or, All right.
Kind of sounds
like, comment, subscribe if you think it's good.
Kind of sounds like your narration a little bit.
All right, yeah. Transfer students at this time of year. It's a bit late to be joining, don't you think? Even the teacher sounds confused as he announces them. Oh, wow, I wonder who it is.
Really?
And not 1, but 2? It's the fucking wolf demon. Why do I get the feeling there's something off about this? See, the dating sim's actually about you seducing the wolf demon.
Of course.
Almost as if it's tied to what happened before. Ha! No. It couldn't be.
I'm just gonna do my voice again unless you want to keep doing Morgan Freeman.
Nah, go ahead.
I'd like to...
Christopher Walken.
I don't know Christopher.
Do it.
I don't fucking know Christopher Walken.
I'd like you all to make them feel welcome.
This fucking teacher's gonna change his voice every single time, isn't he?
They transition in. What did you say your names were? I'm Sayaka. It's nice to meet you all. I hope we can all get along. Ellipsis, question mark. Exclamation point. I bolt upright in my seat as my head snaps towards the front of the classroom. That upbeat voice. Is it really? Whoa. Okay. Those are some weird school uniforms.
Why do they have boob socks?
I know, right? Why do they just have, like, boob holes?
Okay, whatever.
Sure enough, the two girls I thought I'd never see again are before me. Nice beret, douchebag. In my school. In my classroom, no less. Wearing the school's official hooker uniform. The cheerful one. Sayaka bows politely to the class, flashing me a grin as her eyes pass over me. What? What is this? The other girl is less courteous. Her arms crossed, yes, those are obviously crossed arms, and her brow furrowed.
They can only have so many idle positions.
Seriously though, you think they could have just made that stretch? She doesn't look pleased to be here. At all. Her gaze passes over me too, but rather than a smile, she gives me a nasty glare. Is she blaming me for this? It sure feels like it. The grumpy one beside me here is Hikari. Hikari! Go on, say hi!
Oi, don't!
Sayaka gives her a playful push and she stumbles to the center of the classroom. Everyone's eyes upon her. Aw, she's shy. She looks like she's at a loss for words, her mouth opening and closing as her face gradually goes red. I guess she doesn't cope well under the spotlight.
I'm Carrie. Nice to meet you all.
It's nice to meet you. Whatever. She trails off into a murmur before spinning on her heel and storming her way back to Sayaka, practically hiding behind her. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Hikari simmers with silent rage, her hands balled up into a tight fist, practically shaken. Really, you're moving the table again?
Whoops.
Ah, God, what?
Thought there was another line that came after that.
With the introductions over, the teacher motions for them to take their seats. Wait a second. I only just realized where the only spare seats in this classroom are! One of them is right behind me, with a window view too, and the other is to my right. So that means they'll both be sitting next to me? What a twist!
Plot convenience!
Actually, this is pretty convenient. I can finally ask them just what the heck they think they are doing. Sayaka, with a spring in her step, waltzes towards the desk behind me. Hikari stomps her way over and takes the other desk. I lean out from my desk to try and catch their attention, but I'm cut short by the teacher, who resumes whatever it is he was talking about before. I don't know, some math shit or something. Damn it. I didn't want to get in trouble for talking during class. I'll have to wait until the break. That's 2 lessons away, though. Which is practically an eternity. I swing back around to the front of my desk. I can't do anything right now, so I'll just pay attention to the teacher and... Ah, no! How can I pay attention to anything when 2 magical girls are sitting near me? I want answers now! Drumming my fingers against the desk. As the teacher continues to drone on, I try to think of a way around this. What, you don't like my Foley?
No, it does not sound like you want it to sound through the mic.
It's better I don't speak during class, so... Ellipsis. Ah. Of course, it's so obvious. I dig into my school bag and pull out my notebook and pencil. I'll just pass a note. Simple and silent. It's a bit of an immature means of communicating, I'll admit, but I'm desperate here. I scribble down the message. What are you guys doing here? I may as well get straight to the point. I tear out the page, almost ripping it in half in the process. Only one question is left. Who do I give this note to?
Dun dun dun!
You know, you think someone would hear that in like the middle of the class, just...
Well, I assume the teacher's babbling on about bullshit. And you can rip paper silently. So...
Alright, so who do you want to give it to? Sayaka or Hikari?
Well...
Do you want to romance the bubbly one or the tsundere?
Well, it depends if this even matters. I don't even know if this is a dating sim. It might just be a straight up visual novel.
It might be a dating sim. It's probably a dating sim.
I would say...
It looks like a dating sim.
I would say Hikari because, honestly, the other one's gotten a lot of lines so far.
Alright, fine. Well, you're getting jealous.
Yeah.
Right. It's easier to pass her the note without looking too suspicious, since she's to my side.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that one.
Keeping my eyes forward, I casually lean out and slide the note onto her desk.
Okay.
Just narrowly avoiding the teacher's ever-vigilant gaze as I do so, his eyes sweeping over the class like a searchlight. Oh, I think it's a robot. Phew! I'm hoping that this might actually work as I watch Hickory from the corner of my eye.
Corey.
Whatever. She gives me a sidelong glance, picking up the note with 2 fingers as if it were contaminated.
It is.
She brings it up to her face, scans it over once, then crumples it with a sneer, tossing it back my way before focusing on the lesson.
Oh, she liked doing that. She enjoyed fucking with you.
How is her mouth doing that?
It's the cat girl mouth.
Harsh. Well, bitch. And I feel like the teacher is keeping a closer eye on me than he did before, so I probably can't get away with passing another note to Sayaka instead. Feeling a little hurt from her crushing rejection, I slump forward, keeping my head propped up lazily with a hand. If she's gonna be like that, why gotta be like that, girl? I suppose I should try and piece things together as best as I can until I get a chance to talk to them properly. Let's see. They said they were my guardian angels before, right? And that attack from before must have spooked them. Thank you. To the point where their feeling watching over me from afar just won't cut it anymore. That's as good as a conclusion as I can come up with on my own, anyway. Since the Ice Queen over there refuses to even throw me a scrap of information. The first lesson of the day goes on at an agonizingly slow pace. I can't focus on a thing, no matter how hard I try. After what seems like an eternity, the bell finally rings. He likes saying that word, eternity, announcing the end of the lesson.
Apparently he's felt what an eternity feels like, and he feels it all the time.
Right? There's still another lesson to go on before break time, though. God, there's so much narration!
Yeah.
This makes it impossible to talk with these girls, especially since the next lesson is PE, where the boys and girls are separated. Why is this school so why is this life so complicated? After reluctantly getting changed for PE, I'm soon in the schoolyard with the male half of our class. Much like the first lesson, I find it hard to pay attention to the PE teacher as he goes through our basic warm-up exercises. I follow the exercises just about as much as enthusiasm as a zombie. The rest of the lesson is sort of a blur, at least until some of the male students start to look towards the track field where the girls are. They're staring in amazement, some even rubbing their eyes as if it couldn't be real. What's so amazing?
What are you guys all looking at?
I muscle into the crowd that's formed so I can actually get a good look at the field.
No way.
The girls are running on the track, which isn't an amazing thing in itself, but it's who's running on the track that makes it such an unreal sight. I wonder who. Wow!
That's some art right there.
Wow! Alright, we're off to a great start. Sayaka is blazing across the track, practically a blur as she leaves the others in the dust. She's literally running circles around them. In fact, she has a big... Oh, wait. She doesn't look tired.
Sorry. That.
She doesn't look tired or exhausted at all, save for the beads of sweat creeping up. In fact, she has a big smile on her face, enjoying it all. As if it wasn't obvious before, these girls are on a completely different level. I'm sure she's breaking all kinds of records here. The other girls in the group helplessly trail behind her, their expressions ranging from sheer confusion to envy. Some of the girls are, well, I guess were, now the top of their class when it came to track too, but she's making all of them look like snails in comparison. I can't imagine how they must feel being showed up by someone who hasn't even been here a day. I can hardly keep my eyes on her.
I think that's a bit reversed.
Yeah, I think it's reversed. She seems to get just a little faster with each loop she makes around the track. It won't be long now before she becomes just one big blur encircling the place. Is she even human? I'm seriously beginning to doubt it here with this superhuman display. I think even the top athletes in the country couldn't compare to her. While Sayaka is hogging the spotlight here, there's someone missing in all this. Her far grumpier counterpart, Hikari. If anything, shouldn't she be neck and neck with Sayaka? I scan the ones trailing behind, but I can't find her either. Just where... Oh. Behind the other girls being left is Sayaka's desk. I see someone dragging their feet, a sour expression on their face. She's just walking, her arms folded like usual.
Yep. Who gives a shit?
I wonder if her arms are glued like that. She isn't even trying. She must not have really wanted not to enroll here. It must have been Sayaka's idea entirely. What are you all staring at? Come on, let's get back to it. Apparently, all forgetting we had our own lesson at hand, the teacher calls us back to reality, forcing us to reluctantly stop gawking at this girl.